Hello, everybody. Dr. Brian Dooley coming at you 12:35 this April 29th. With us today, we've got the illustrious Dr. Kevin Jackson. And just for those that know, we've got Google Translator already plugged in, so there should be no trouble translating between Canadian and American. So, Dr. Jackson, why do you love New Beginnings?
Well, I love New Beginnings. I love Jim Dubell, and I love Harold's New York Deli, and I love the Taylor pork rolls. I mean, that is it. But it's actually the power of community is what I believe. You know, this is our little group up here in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, up in the Northeast there. Everybody has their little groups around the United States and Canada, but this is a power of community. This is a collective wisdom, a collective soul, if you will. When you arrive there, you just start peeling away, as we all know, those onion skins and those egos, and you just listen. And it doesn't have to be a major speaker up there. You could listen to someone just pouring their heart out, but at the end of the weekend, you're just full of support and renewed belief. And as I'm driving home on the Jersey Turnpike from New Beginnings after my belly's been filled up at Harold's New York Deli, I feel great, man. I feel great going to New Beginnings. It's a beautiful experience. I've been doing it for 30 years. It's amazing.
So were you at the first one?
I was at the first, second, third. I don't think I've ever missed one.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so for something to be around for 30 years, then there's definitely something to it. And I know I haven't been to near as many New Beginnings, and obviously because of how young I look, but I really haven't. But what I've noticed is for me, and I kind of like what you said of how you feel on the way home. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people have talked about the family aspect, and then two, there's just I go there because I fill up my tank so I can serve better on Monday. I'm not escaping the office on Friday, but rather I'm going so that I can better serve on Monday when I get home.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you leave New Beginnings with a bunch of new ideas. And it can be the most obscure idea, but it's the one idea that's going to make a difference for you. And you leave with this borrowed motivation, so to speak. You can hear a story of someone who Bob Crystal one time was talking about when he wasn't doing good in practice, and he had to caddy to make extra money. And it was probably wasn't the most motivational speech I ever heard, but it had the most significance to me. And it was a beautiful thing because collectively we're together. We get beat the heck up as chiropractors, and it's nice to be with our community and break bread and just hang out and get some accountability to each other. I've developed so many relationships from New Beginnings, and we call each other and we help each other and hold each other accountable. It's just a beautiful thing.
So it really is a community, and that's what I mean. Jim's always big about saying welcome home. What I do love about Jim, and you made a really good point, because I do believe people are just as authentic as they can be, because how many times do we go up on stage and where that stage prophet is going to say, listen to me, because in my life, everything's great. And that's just not the human experience. You have ups and downs in every walk of life. And that's what I like. Some people, you'll hear the same speaker, two different New Beginnings. They're in a place where they're down maybe, and then that next time that they're up, and it's like, wow, I was kind of like that, or vice versa.
Yeah, and there's the BS meter. You can turn it off at New Beginnings, because there's not people getting up on stage trying to sell you something, trying to sell you a coaching program. It's really an authentic place to be, and that's what I like about it the most. You don't have to get up there and impress me or impress anybody else, but come from the heart. Mm-hmm. What is it like to be in the trenches? What can I do when I go home on a Monday? But it doesn't mean signing up with some type of system at all. And I'm not against that kind of stuff, but just going to New Beginnings have given me the ideas that I've used in my office. And I dig it, man. I can't wait to go.
And we've talked a lot with several people. It's not just, Jim just seems to have this magical way of none of us that do speak on a particular weekend, we don't talk to each other. We don't have a powwow meeting with Jim and he says, this is the topic I want you to teach. But every time you go, at some point it's revealed, I guess, the red thread that's connecting all these talks. And it's just, it's like that's what I needed to hear this particular weekend. I don't know how Jim does it, but he really does do it. And then it's not just those talks, but then the relationships you have. This, to me, is one of the best seminars for the beyond the seminar talking. So in the hallways and at the bar, at dinner, or wherever you're going to go, those relationships and how giving people are of their time and their expertise.
That's so true. It's just so true. Everybody gets up there and they start talking about the same basic fundamental concept, and that's what that collective soul that I was mentioning at the beginning when we first started talking. I don't know how it's done. It just everybody gets on the same page. Mm-hmm. You can call it listening to the voice within, or just getting really well connected. But it's great that way. It's just one flowing speaker after the other, and you leave really fulfilled. And when I say that, I'm not trying to be phony and get people who might be listening to this to come to New Beginnings. It's just the truth of what happens. It's really amazing. And I've been to every seminar out there, and they're all, they're great. I love seminars, and it helps our profession move the needle forward. But this one's special, though.
It really is. And now you're speaking at this particular one. Any idea what you may talk about?
I'm going to speak on that voice within, the thing that I listen to the most. What do you call it? The Holy Spirit, the innate intelligence. And I rely on that a lot in my life. And I'm proud of it. And it's helped me become a very successful husband and father and chiropractor. And I think all the answers that we need lie within. And it's just a beautiful thing. I can't wait to share that even more when I speak.
Now, what I've noticed as you speak, you wear some of the best outfits of anybody that gets on the stage.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm excited because I totally have in my possession those shoes that you pointed out to me a week or so ago.
I was looking at those shoes and I said, you know what? I'm not worthy of those shoes, but Brian Dooley is, because he's tall, he's good looking, he's from New Jersey. Yeah. And those white shoes, not many people can pull off white shoes. And
we don't know if I can yet. So we're getting ready to find out, because I'm wearing them. And as soon as I pulled them out of the box, my wife says, we got to go shopping for pants.
Hey, look at, what? I got these new shorts and I want to show you.
Okay.
And, can you see them? Let me see if I can lower that down.
Oh, there you go. Look at those.
Can you see the little stripes in them? And those would look good with the white shoes if you had pants. Those are seersucker.
Yeah, you know what? I actually have seersucker pants, believe it or not.
Yeah, that would go nice with the white shoes there.
It might. So yeah. So if you want to see two of what we like to think, and quite frankly, our opinion is the only one that matters, because we're on this interview right now.
Exactly.
We're two of the snappiest dressers in chiropractic for sure. So you have, you've got content, you've got community, and you've got clothes. So really, the 3 C's of chiropractic are at New Beginnings.
That's what it is. It's all about.
And you made a great point. What is it about the great state of New Jersey and having an event there that makes it different? Because maybe some people haven't even been to New Jersey before. I know several are coming, and I am supposed to give them the New Jersey experience.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now, ask my wife. I say it time in and time out. I love New Jersey for several reasons. One, the restaurants are so wonderful. Mm. They really are. When you go to a restaurant, it's gonna be good. The bread is good. The olive oil tastes a little better. Everything is good. Then when you look around, there's wise guys everywhere. It's like being in The Sopranos. You don't even have to watch The Sopranos. You just go, and then. But New Jersey's got everything. It's a beautiful place. I love New Jersey. I really love New Jersey.
Well, and people have heard of the Jersey Shore. Well, for those that don't know it, Asbury Park, New Jersey is as Jersey Shore as you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's right on the beach. The hotel is literally across the street from the beach. So, I don't know if you know this, but I used to park cars at that hotel when I was in high school.
I do recall, and that I like that red and white jacket that you had on last time.
Absolutely, and not only am I giving an hour of CE, but I also be parking cars.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes, and as I give you your key back, I'll tell you a chiropractic principle why we're at it.
That's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm doing for the weekend. I'm going to the beach and I'm going to shave my chest, just like those guys on Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
You
forget
know,
about
yeah. And I'm going to get some special cream for my hair,
it. Okay.
and I'm going to have the total New Jersey experience.
So, what's your name going to be? You're not a Ronnie. You're not a Paulie D. Are you the situation? Or are you the adjustment? Is that what we're calling you?
Yeah. Instead of Kevin Jackson, it's Kevin Jacked Man.
Kevin?
You know, that's what Peter Gratelli gave me that name. So he's.
Oh, he would know. He's been around jacked men all his life, so he's.
So that's what we're going with.
Congratulations on your title.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, any parting words? So, one, please come to New Beginnings May 20th through 23rd. There's still time to register, although hotel rooms are going super fast. The site to register is www.nbcairo.com, and you will get to hear about the inner voice and see the wonderful outer clothes of Dr. Kevin Jackson. So take us out, good sir.
I tell you this much: if you're in the area and you're within driving distance, to make it easy on yourself, do yourself a favor. Come to New Beginnings. Come with an open heart. Enjoy the whole experience. You'd have to leave with some type of wisdom when you finally are on your way home. It's happened for 30 years. I wouldn't waste my time going at this point in my life if it wasn't significant. It is worth every bit of time that you would spend there.
Awesome. Well, Dr. Kevin, I appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you and your beautiful bride and all those other Sigafusers that are usually out and about.
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward to it. It's going to be a magical weekend, as always.
All right. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
All right. Be good.
You too.